Sanibona, ngaphambi singene kwividiyo namuhla, ngithi angithathe lithuba ngibonge i-support nothando enikhombise lona lingaphezu kokucabanga kwethu. Siyacela niqhubeke nisiphote njalo ngokubuka amavidiyo ethu, ungakhohlwa ukukhomenta, ushare, ulike. Siyafisa ukuzwa umbono wakho. Sicela-ke singene kwividiyo namuhla. Kule video manje ngifisa sibheke iy'ndaba ezimbili. Udaba likaMinista uNobuhle Nkabane oluwuchungechunge nje kusuka ngosuku la isikhathi aye kwi-portfolio committee ekhuluma ukuthi kunabantu abayiphanel, wayibiza nge-secret panel, okuyibona abamlekelelayo uku-shortlista. Emveni kwalapho bamfuna ukuthi akasho ukuthi obani labo abaveza. Ukhona lathi u-chairperson uvelile naye wathi yena wayengesiyingxenye. Uminister ukhipha i-statement mayelana nalolo daba ezama ukucacisa, kodwa sekuyavela ukuthi indaba yakhe inamanga manje kakhulu. Sizolibheka lolo daba. Udaba lwesibili engifisa silibheke udaba lemeya yaseJohannesburg okutata Marero. Uyakhumbula ukuthi ngesonto i-DA ithe izofaka i-motion of no confidence lapho kuzovotwa khona ngoba bafuna asuke lapha ngoba akawenzi umsebenzi wakhe. Nami ngiyayifakazela i-DA iyamhlula ukuyirana i-Johannesburg. Ekwenzeni kwabo-ke kanjalo kukhona into eyodwa efuneka siyincome nge-ANC. Iyodwa nje fanele siyincome. I-ANC makufuneka ithola abantu ezovota nabo ukuze bavikele whatever babhilivela kuyo, iyakwenza lokho successfully. Ngifisa-ke ukuthi ngikucaphunele lelo daba ngoba ibe khona-ke i-motion of no confidence, kwavotwa. Ngeshwa-ke iluzile i-DA ngoba utata Marero abavote against i-motion babe baningi kunalaba bathe akawenzi umsebenzi noma bembona ukuthi akawenzi umsebenzi wakhe. Into engizoyenza la ngizocaphuna ama-political parties ambalwa bese ngikupha ama-results ngokuphelele. Kodwa nje efuneka sikwazi i-ANC makuze kuthenini abavikela amandla, ngoba into abayivikelayo ukuba semandleni. Uma kufika esigabeni sokuthi abavikela amandla, they do whatever it takes. Siyakhumbula odabeni le-VAT bahamba bawukhuluma ne-Action SA ne-BOSA ngoba babefuna ukukhuphula i-VAT. Lapho-ke benza noma yini. Yingakho ngithi into efuneka siyenze eyifavor enkulu uma sithanda le country yethu, uma siyithanda nje le country, ukuthi uma siyovota next year kuma local government elections senza sure ukuthi ANC iyaphuma emandleni. Cela uzwe la.
Are also the kingmakers here. If you withdraw the motion, means the speaker stays. So how are the consultations going?
Take it. No, good morning and good morning to your viewers. We are here today basically on an unnecessary exercise. As you would know that we form part of the government of local unity. And as the government of local unity, we've raised repeatedly the issue of the Action SA's conduct within the context of our current coalition, to say they are not part of our coalition. So why is it that the ANC does not speak to them based on their bilateral engagements and inform them to resign from the position of Speaker? Now, that happened 3 months ago, and repeatedly we've been consulting with the ANC, up to the point where we felt it necessary that we need to release the pressure that we as a coalition are faced with regarding betting on numbers that are not there. So we then tabled the motion of no confidence against the Speaker so that the government of local unity can be able to find itself as a collective.
Abobhuti oqeda kubabona la be-Al-Jamaa nabo baveza okwabo ke okuseceleni ngoba bona balwe yabo impi nothi le eliwa i-DA, futhi nabo phela bayingxenye yokubuswa kwendawo yaseJohannesburg. So kufanele nabo babheke i-interest yabo, babheke ukuthi uma ngase kuphume lo meya we-ANC abezukuba semandleni. So ngifisa ukuthi ke siqhubeke sihambe nawo kancane, kodwa bengithi nje angikwethula ukuthi bona bazwakalisa ukungenami kwabo, kodwa futhi bakuvezile ukuthi bona bazosupport i-ANC. Asibacaphune kokugcina bese sidlulela phambili.
There are claims that the DA may be supporting Al-Jamaa to have you, Mayor, come back as mayor in the city of Johannesburg. Can you confirm that? We're hearing these claims as well, and that talks have been ongoing. Have you met the DA?
No, thank you very much for the question. I'm actually flattered to hear about the possibility of the Democratic Alliance considering me Councillor Kabelo Kwamanda, as you would know, not only the relationship between Al Jamaa and the DA, but the relationship between the DA as a party with Al Jamaa. They've been advocating for my removal. They've been advocating for a 0.0002 party being mayor, and that cannot be allowed. So it would be, in fact, ludicrous for me to imagine that a party like the Democratic Alliance would want to rally behind Al Jamaa as the mayor. The current coalition has got someone that they've presented as a mayor, and we've resolved as the government of local unity what our course of action is going to be. And we are going to defend and we are going to remove those that are not part of the coalition.
What is this course of action?
In relation to the current mayor, is that the coalition has resolved that we will defend the mayor as the coalition. That's the collective agreement that we've always operated by.
On what basis are you defending the mayor?
On the basis that the ANC, Al Jamaa, AIC, Patriotic Alliance, and the EFF are part of the same coalition. And this coalition has resolved in our meeting that we are going to defend the mayor against the motion of no confidence by the DA. Remember, the DA is official opposition, and official opposition would endeavor to undertake any possible action that will hold the government either to account or ensure that we are not focused enough in our role. So when they bring a motion, we take a position as the coalition on what the course of action is going to be.
Njengobuzwa ke ewabala ama-political parties abusa ngokubambisana lapha eJohannesburg ukuthi bathathe i-resolution ukuthi no bazomdefend umayor, because it's all about power. It's all about power, not abantu. Ukube bekuya ngeqiniso ukuthi umayor akawenzi umsebenzi wakhe kahle, bebengeke bayisupporte le motion. Kodwa lokho ukucabanga kwami, ngifisa ukuzwa ngokwakho ukucabanga, ngoba mina ngisho based on izinto engizibonayo, ama-traffic light awasebenzi, ama-potholes emgwaqweni, hayi ziningi izinto engingazibala. Wes lo mayor wathi ufuna uqasha ama-foreigner manje ukuthi angene abe ingxenye yamaphoyisa la kamasipala e-JMPD. Njoba kuvula i-intake manje, mhlambe bazothathwa wona lama-foreign. Izinto lezi esizibonayo thina. Futhi umayor washo sizwa ukuthi bazoprioritize imigwaqo ye-G20. Okusho ukuthi thina sonke asilutha akanendaba nathi. So yingakho ngithi mina it's all about power. Ne-Action SA iphawulile mayelana lolu daba. Cela uzwe ukuthi batheni.
Kind of leadership as well. It's also quite important, and my colleague, the provincial chair, will elaborate on this as well, about serious governance issues in the city of Johannesburg relating to the extension and acting arrangements in perpetuity of questionable characters in the city of Johannesburg, the announcement of a bomb squad without the consultation of any other political parties in the council. And these are all issues that we have conveyed to the ANC today about why it is we cannot vote to defend Dada Marero. We have conveyed to the ANC that we believe that the problem is Dada Marero and not the ANC. We are working with the ANC very well in the city of Tshwane, where we are in coalition, and in Ekurhuleni, where we aren't in coalition. We are finding a mayor who is engaging and consulting. So we've been at pains to point out to the ANC that this is not an act of hostility against the party. It is just simply the fact that Action SA cannot vote to defend this mayor. Now I need to make something abundantly clear. The ANC has said to Action SA that if we do not support them in this motion of no confidence, they will act against our speaker and abstain in that vote, which in all probability means that Action SA is likely to lose our speaker in the city of Johannesburg today. That's absolutely fine. I have come from an engagement with our speaker and her staff where we have briefed them on the situation, and they agree with us that we cannot vote in order to retain positions but against the wishes of the residents of Johannesburg. We aren't that kind of party. We will not sell out for positions, and we will do what's right. And if that means we will lose our position, then so be it. We will continue fighting for the residents of Johannesburg in whichever capacity we need to fight for the residents of Johannesburg. But I would also like to reserve a few thoughts.
Njengobuzi Action SA isho lento ebengiyisho yokuthi labantu bazokwenza whatever it takes ukuze bavikele ipower, not ngoba be concern ngabantu ama residents ase Johannesburg. Ilento ekade ngisho ilesho iAction SA nayi ke imphumela.
The The councillors who abstained from this voting process, 43. The yeses, 75. The noes, 144. The motion does not pass.
Njengoba ubona ke uTata Marero ngempela usesengumeya waseJohannesburg ngoba abavote against i-motion babe baningi kunalabo abavotela ukuthi no bayabona ukuthi umeya akawenzi umsebenzi wakhe. So ke asidlulele phambili singene odabeni lika Dr Nobuhle Nkabane. Umuntu oqala engizomcaphuna umsezane we-MK Party. Ngizocaphuna yena kuqala. Emveni kokucaphuna yena bese ngicaphuna usisi engimkhonzile uKarabo Kakhau noma Khawkhaw we-DA. Sesingabona ukuthi sikhuluma ngani asifaka abani kodwa ngifisa ukubacaphuna ubabili ngoba kunento ezibalekile abazishoyo mayelana nalolu daba lika minister. Lolu daba ngifisa sililandele kakhulu. Ngizomcaphuna nje manje siza ukuthi yena uthini.
Let's start off there. So yesterday, after the statement came out, we reached out to Advocate Terry Mutau just to hear his take on the apology that has come from the minister. And he was clear that, listen, he has read the statement, but the minister's account of what has taken place, even in the statement, is incorrect. How do you respond to that as a member of parliament that has been seized with this matter around the appointment of the panel itself and also the nominations?
Angibonge msakazi mhlawumbe ngibingelele kuqala wena ne-team yakho kanye nabalaleli nababukeli emakhaya. And it is also equally important for me to just a bit stress the significant role that the sitters play in the skills development and the empowerment of young people of this country at large, particularly in a country such as ours that has a skyrocketing unemployment rate, inequality and poverty that is confronting young people. Obviously, it's public knowledge that as things stand, we are sitting at least 63% of unemployed youth aging, aged between 18 to 24 years old. And there's just the one cohort of young people that are being counted here. So I thought it was very important for me to first just state that on record before I get to the matter at hand. But as the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, we don't only have no confidence in the minister alone, but we have no confidence in the entire ministry, inclusive of the Deputy Minister, Buti Manamela of the ANC, the Deputy Minister, Dr. Bondo of the DA, and the department at large for its various failures in executing their great responsibility of delivering to the youth of this country, particularly the poor young people of this country. So I just wanted to first just clarify that. But on the subject matter, of course, we fought with the minister in first and foremost disclosing to Parliament this so-called independent panel, as it were, as she had said, that these were the responsible people that would have played this crucial role of actually selecting, scanning, verifying, and ultimately producing these 21 ANC-aligned board chairpersons that she then appointed. So after a long, heated engagement with the minister, where she was outrightly refusing to provide these people to Parliament, when she finally decides to send a list of these individuals, she then sends a list, of just names and surnames of these people, no profiles, no nothing. And she indicates in that list that the advocate that you are referring to, Advocate Motau, that he was then the chair of the independent panel, but he did not participate in any of these meetings, as it were. So what we've done immediately after seeing that list, we first sent a letter again to the chairperson of the portfolio committee, requesting, amongst other things, that the minister provides Parliament and us as the official opposition in Parliament in the committee, the process and the criteria that the minister used in selecting these people, that would have been part of this panel. But secondly, for the minister to share confirmation of correspondence and responses thereof of these people that she says were the independent panel. And then thirdly, we requested, obviously, the profiles that we would have requested initially when we were requesting the minister to provide us with the profiles and these people that she calls the independent panel. And fourth, before my last point, we requested that the minister also furnish us as the portfolio committee and as an organization with the minutes, and the register, and also if there was a quorum to these meetings, that the minister was talking about. But finally, we also requested that the minister treats the matter with the agency it deserves, so that we are able to, then bring the matter to rest. But also we had then requested to summon these people to come before the portfolio committee with the minister and her department, so that we are able to scrutinize and all of that, so that we are able to, not just only deal with matters that are on social media and correspondence that have not come before us, but we are actually dealing with matters that are before us, the portfolio committee.
Simbambe umsezane la ngoba ngiphuthuma lapha kusisi uKarabo Cacao. Njengoba umuzwa kumsezane eyilanda emuva ekhuluma futhi nerole edlalwa ngamasitha. Yingakho lolu daba lolu ngithi fanele sililandele ngoba njengoba unemployment rate inje ngeke ngasho ngaphambilini ngathi into esuccessfully eyenziwe uhulumeni kaANC ukuthi i-youth ase-South Africa ibe uneducated, ibe unemployed, ibe unemployable because ayinama skills. Lokho bakwenze successfully. Ilonto abayenze successful ukuthi i-youth yase-South Africa ngiphinde futhi ibe unemployed, ibe unemployable, iphinde ibe uneducated. Yingakho ke ngithe angimcaphuna umsezane bese landa neprocess athi bayenzile. Angizukubuyela emuva kodwa umuntu engifisa ukumcaphuna kakhulu usisi uKarabo Cacao ngoba sizokhumbula ukuthi ubethe uzobhalela i-ethics committee lapha khona afuna uminister vele khona ngenxa yokuqamba amanga eqambela iParliament amanga njoba namanje kuvela ukuthi lo muntu ayethe uchairperson akakwazi lokho futhi yena akazi abo chairperson okukhombisa khona ukuthi uminister azange alikhuluma iqiniso.
I'm struggling to understand what line could possibly exist here, because essentially the minister is still not saying, "Askisi South Africa that I lied to you, Askisi Parliament that I lied to you." She's calling it a misunderstanding. I find it very hard to believe that the minister didn't know that Advocate Mutau didn't effectively chair this panel. And she knows very, very well who those people are because she would have appointed them. And if indeed they existed, these people, it is the advice that she would have used to appoint the SETA board chairpersons that we saw. So as far as the Democratic Alliance is concerned, this still doesn't bury the problem. The bottom line is we still want to know who the actual chairperson of that panel is, one. Two, we want to know who the other person, individual whose identity the minister is concealing is. That person must also still be revealed to the Republic and to Parliament. And then number three, we want all the people that you've already listed, all four, including Advocate Mutau, actually all five of them, must come before Parliament to explain their involvement within the process. We want a full detail of the minutes of the meetings that they would have had, but it doesn't end there. We also want the report that was sent to the NSA, the National Skills Authority, to recommend the appointment of these people. But you would also know that the Democratic Alliance has effectively laid charge to the Ethics Committee. We've even submitted a supplementary affidavit to the initial affidavit. We don't end there. We've also taken the matter to the Public Protector, because the bottom line is that the minister lied to the Republic of South Africa. She lied to Parliament when she said that this panel was independent, that this panel was full of volunteers and people outside of the sector who have absolutely nothing to do with the composition of the sector, when we know that the chief director of SETA coordination, Ntate Ngubane, was part of that panel, who, when I directly asked him in the meeting that was held on the 30th of May in Parliament, whether he knew anything about this panel, he said he knows nothing. So he must still come back to Parliament to tell us whether he was lying then or whether the minister is lying about him now. We know that the chief of staff of the minister is not an independent person. We know that an advisor of the minister, a political advisor, is not independent. We know that there's absolutely no way altogether that the composition of the panel would have looked the way that it did if the outcomes were not, if it wasn't an engineering process to get the outcomes tailored the way that they did, because there's no way also that out of 573 applications that were received, that the 20 ultimate appointees are ANC cadres.
So, Karabo, on that note, you keep saying that the minister lied, but I'm sure you've seen, or I'm not sure if you have, in fact, comments by the committee chairperson, Tebogo Letsie, who says that it cannot be said at this stage, in fact, that the minister lied. Why do you say it so conclusively, where even in your own response now you've said that there are things like, for example, minutes from meetings that you would like to see in order to reach a conclusion? So why do you say that so matter-of-factly?
Thembekile, unlike the chairperson of the committee, I'm not a goalkeeper for the ANC. It is not my job to protect people who are fumbling in their on their jobs and fumbling how a whole 19 billion rands of the state coffers are used and how the decisions taken impact the skills development and the skills transfer of young people in this country. So while it's all fun and cute for Letsie as the chairperson of the committee to say that, to try to protect the minister because he must observe party line and because the ANC thinks Nobuhle is worth protecting. As far as the Democratic Alliance is concerned, we know for a fact that the minister lied before Parliament because Hansard records even prove that this is true. The matter here is that the writing is on the wall. The minister assured Parliament over and over again that her panel was independent. The test here is the independence. She said the process was beyond reproach and that the individuals that were appointed, all ANC cadres, were beyond reproach. That is certainly not the case. She further continued to drag the whole country into deeper web of lies when she gave us a list of people who, one, is saying they were never involved in the process to begin with. And
njengoba umuzwa nje usisi uKarabo la echaza ukuthi kungani ethu minister waqamba amanga, nami kodwa ngamfakazela waphela ngayibuka iportfolio committee, nawe futhi ungamfakazela ngoba ngakulethela iportfolio committee ngakucaphunela uminister esho ukuthi ipanel be-independent, kodwa mase kuvela ukuthi kunabantu abanye abasenzeze ama-advisor wakhe ba-independent kanjani labo bantu, ngoba phela wathi le panel independent akayikhokheli, ngoba vele labantu laba bayakhokhelwa. Isiphi isidingo sokuthi nokufuneka bakhokhelwa phela basemsebenzini vele, ngoba phela wayicasha ngokuthi ethi akabakhokheli, ingakho efuneka athole imvumo yabo ukuthi awakhiphe amagama na. So sizolilandela nje lolu daba sizwe ukuthi lisiyaphi sithini isiphetho salo. Asiqhubeke simcaphune kokugcina usisi uKarabo bese emveni kwalapho siyivala ivili. Ngingamcaphuni nje usisi uKarabo, kunephuzu alibekile uthi balithatha lo daba balisa ku public protector. Iyangikhathaza ke lo ndaba ngoba uyedwa umuntu lela office ka public protector elimvikelayo siyamazi sonke. Yingakho ku Twitter baze bathi uyi president protector. uSihlelunzi wafaka icomplaint mayelana nodaba lokuthi akwenziwe investigate udaba lalo bhuti lo wayisebenzele NYDA, wayisebenzele i-senior researcher. Kuze kube namhlanje awakaphuma ama-outcome waleyo complaint ayifaka uSihlelunzi. So i-office lele public protector mina ngifeel comfortable ngalo ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi ngoba kuthinta nje uminister we-ANC angeke lenze lutho. Asiqhubeke naye.
Yeah, so that's why we've laid the charges we have to the ethics committee. You would know that this is the same process that the Democratic Alliance followed with the Minister of Human Settlements, Mthembisi Melane. So that process plays a very vital role in getting justice for the people of South Africa as far as holding the minister accountable is concerned. We also are following the public protector's case. And because also beyond our reasonable evidence on the table, we want that conclusion so that when we do engage the president on the way forward, we have also done our part in exhausting all processes within Parliament to hold the minister accountable.
Sesemzuleko sesukarabo ebeka ukuthi kungani futhi bekhethe ukuthi baye kulama committee, ethics committee apha eParliament ukuthi bawubika khona ngoba uminister waqamba amanga. Okwesibili, public protector sesizwile ukuthi kungani. Ngiyacela kuze ukuphawula kwakho mayelana nalolu daba ukuthi wena ngokubona kwakho ubona kudaba oluzogcina lumi kanjani. Ngabe khona iy'nyathelo ezizothathwa upresident against uminister. Ngiyacela ukuze ukuphawula kwakho la ku-comment section. Ungasupporta ngokujoin membership, ungasupporta futhi ngokusidonatela noma ngamalini. Ikhona i-account kwi-comment ephiniwe. Mina nawe sidibana evile elandelayo. Ngiyabonga.